Hello, and thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Jamie. Today I'm waking up really happy, and I had a dream of a friend of mine last night. And in the dream, we were saying goodbye, and I was giving him a hug. And then I basically woke up into another dream where I then told the same friend about the dream I had. And we ended up in the same place. It was really interesting. And so I woke up this morning thinking that I wanted to message him. And when I ended up checking my phone, there was like a really beautiful message from him about all these amazing things happening in his life, which made me so happy. Like, what a great way to start the day. Like, hearing about a friend's good fortune. Like, um, it reminds me actually, if you want to do something really beautiful for yourself and a friend, um, one of my friends and I, years ago, were doing a gratitude practice, and we were doing it at night. Like every night before bed, we were, I forget if we were emailing, we may have been emailing at this time, but we were essentially sending each other three things that we were grateful for from that day. And it wasn't always like exactly three, sometimes there were more. But what was really special about that is that it like amplified both of our happiness and gratitude. Like, so in addition to being really grateful for whatever good things were happening in my life, I was also so happy and grateful for the beautiful things that were happening in his life. And it was just this like cumulative goodness experience. I don't know. That's a funny way to put it, but you get what I'm saying. So if you want to do something really beautiful, find a friend, send things that you're both grateful for every day. It's just a really uplifting, positive experience. Anyway, I got on here because I'm wanting to talk about the fact that, we are all intimately connected because we aren't these meat suits that seem so real and so all that there is about us, right? We're multidimensional. We're spirits incarnate. We're way bigger and more expansive than these bodies make us feel. And, case in point, with the multidimensionality, like when we think of someone, we're literally communicating with them. And, when I left Western Australia, I was really sad to leave my friends that I had made there. I'd been staying there for a month, and I was spending time with these people like nearly every day. And I was like crying when I was saying goodbye. And my friend, who's really wise, was like, we never leave each other, and you never really leave a place either. Like, it's always within us, because everything's within us, really. And you think of that, like everything is within us. Everything is us. Everything outside of us is us. The trees, the plants, all of it is a reflection of us, is us. And it can be really hard to wrap our minds around that. And that's why people do drugs to try and connect with that truth. But you don't have to do drugs to connect with the truth that we all are everything, and that we're all energy and all the same energy essentially, right? And we all have our own frequency that we vibrate at, and we, you know, have our own spirit that has traveled through time with us and has had all these different experiences. But at the end of the day, we are all just, you know, part of the same energetic soup, basically. Like, and it's amazing to think about being able to connect with each other in any given moment. And, I have friends that are aware of this, and we can feel when each other's thinking of each other, and we'll send each other kind of messages, like not not like word for word trying to say anything specific, but like good feelings, and then often one of us will feel that and reach out or call, or so it's really beautiful when you really think about it, because this reality is nothing as it seems. And yeah, I'm having so many beautiful experiences here since getting to Hawaii, and meeting people that just really resonate, not just with my personality, like my human personality, but with my spirit. And yeah, I got to do a session for a friend of mine the other day, and it was so good to see the changes already. And it's been like 2 days. So I've got a renewed sense of purpose with that, and I really want to start doing more holographic kinetic sessions, which is something that I do in person. And I'm here on the Big Island, and so if you're here and you want to try holographic kinetics, like, reach out to me, and yeah, comment and we can connect with that. But it's like I don't even know where else to go with this, but just thinking of how connected we all are. I should say it's pretty cool, because people keep sending me like posts about the telepathy tapes, and part of what I've seen is that telepathy between people who are nonverbal, and or with people who are nonverbal, and I've actually had that experience, and I don't think I've talked about it too much, like publicly, like in a video like this. But I worked with somebody who was nonverbal, and we communicated telepathically about 99% of the time. And I'm talking word for word, sentence for sentence. He had other ways that he could communicate. So when I was learning, I was able to check to see, like, hey, is this what you said? Or like, more than that, I would say, okay, I think I know. So tell me like what you said. And then he would type it out, and it would be what had popped up in my mind. So we would be out and about having full on conversations with each other, and sometimes would get interrupted by people that I knew, because they had no idea that we were talking, right? It would seem like we weren't, yet we'd be having all these conversations together. And so for me, like, nothing is surprising in this reality. Nothing is like, um, what do you say, impossible in my mind, like, because of what I've experienced and witnessed and changed things in my past. And yeah, like becoming more and more aware of the non-physical nature of this reality, and how, because it is the way it is, we can literally change anything and create anything that we want when we tap into the power that we have, like our true power, our spirit's power. Everything is possible. Everything is possible, and this reality becomes infinite, infinitely abundant, infinitely magical. And I think it's really important to remind people of that, or to share that with people, because sometimes we can be in really tough spots. We can be feeling really terrible. Maybe we have something going on with us, and we feel very alone in that, and alone in our feelings. And this reality, the fact that we take our meat suit so seriously, and we feel so attached to this physical, can really leave us feeling very isolated, very separated from one another. But we're never actually separated from anyone. How cool is that? We're never actually separated from anyone. And I love the way I get moved through this world, through this reality, when I follow my intuition, because I feel like, in part, me being here is because of the session I did, right? There's so many reasons that we can get guided to a place, and I know there are more reasons than that, but honestly, it felt like a really important one. And yeah, we can shift anything at any time, and we can realize our expansive nature and our power at any time. And we can come together in beautiful ways at any time. And just the way we move through our day-to-day existence, the way we have conversations, the way we share ourselves, the way we open up authentically and vulnerably is really what, in my experience, leads us to all the best things. Because when we're fully showing up, we're connecting with people in really a lot more deep and meaningful ways. And that allows people to really feel us and experience us in a real way. And it allows us to connect in ways that then lead us to talk about things that lead us to, clearing our stuff or having beautiful conversations and feeling like we found our people finally after so many years of moving through the world more alone. Authenticity, vulnerability. Yeah, not everybody is necessarily gonna reflect back to us what we want, but we're always getting what we need. And I think, we basically, like, we get what we need when we need it, and we cross paths with the people that we need to cross paths with to have the experiences that move us forward, that expand our consciousness, that support us and uplift us in times when we really need it. And yeah, staying really grateful for everything that life gives us, because what a gift this is. What a true gift all of this is. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And if any of this resonates, please comment. I love to hear from people, like real, true comments. And yeah, I love the way that we can connect this way, and I can share things that I'm thinking about or experiencing in the moment, because I'm just having such great experiences, and I want other people to realize, like, what is possible in life when you follow your true feeling, your intuition, and go with it and buy the one-way ticket. So I hope you have a really fantastic day.